One lasted 5 hours, but unlike previous years, a journalist called Kirill proposed to his girlfriend Olya on national TV. From Russia, with love. And he invited his leader to the wedding. But Kirill wasn't the only one feeling affectionate.
President Trump is making serious efforts to end this conflict. He is doing so with complete sincerity.
The US national security strategy prioritizes strategic stability with Russia now and blames European allies for hindering peace in Ukraine.
Their new national security strategy does not mention Russia as an enemy or a target, and the NATO Secretary General is preparing for a war with us. What is this? This is, I don't know, probably his professional level is not sufficient for the job. This applies to many other Western leaders too. It was you, not you personally, but Western politicians who constantly say they're preparing for a war with Russia. Are we really planning to attack Europe? What kind of nonsense is that?
The president was speaking just a few hours after the EU agreed to borrow $105 billion to lend to Ukraine, instead of using frozen Russian financial assets.
Theft is a secret stealing of property. It's a robbery. No matter what and how they steal, they will need to give it back at some point. Besides, we will defend our interests in courts. We will try to find a jurisdiction which will be independent of political decisions.
Which is why Belgium ultimately voted against using the Russians' money. As for negotiations over how to end the war,
it is entirely incorrect and unfounded to claim that we reject anything. The ball is entirely in the court of our Western opponents, primarily the leaders of the Kiev regime, and in this case, first and foremost, their European sponsors. We are ready for both negotiations and a peaceful resolution to the conflict. We're not responsible for the loss of life, because we didn't start this war. It began after the coup in Ukraine and the unconstitutional armed takeover in 2014, as well as after the Kiev regime started fighting against its own citizens in the southeast of Ukraine.
A recycling of old claims, presented again with no evidence. What we don't know is whether Olya said yes to Kirill, and whether President Putin will go to the wedding. At the moment, it's looking more likely than a meeting with Ukraine's President Zelensky. Paul Hawkins, TRT World.